I think when they take that outside shot that's open, they hope they make it instead of having the confidence that, yes, I am going to make it. So I'm going to be very interested to see how the Lions come out and start this game. For both teams, it's 4 games in less than 24 hours, so there's going to be a little bit of fatigue involved at some point. So we'll see what happens, but I think this is a winnable game for Carterville. We'll see what happens.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center. The Bank of Carbondale, proud to be locally owned and operated community bank. You can stop by. You can visit their friendly and professional staff. It's at the Carterville Banking Center, located at 200 West Plaza Drive. They're a member FDIC, equal housing lender. We're going to go on and take our first break. When we come back, we're going to briefly break down the game that was the Jerseyville Panthers against the Carterville Lions as Carterville prepares to take on the Olney Tigers here at the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic. This is the 7th place consolation game. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Works for me. I would imagine they'll have the anthem.
The reason I mention that is because we did have that one game we had to bail out, so there's, we've got to make extra spots. So I think it would be great to do it.
Okay. Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we are about 8 minutes or so away from the tip-off between the Carterville Lions and the Olney Tigers. Earlier today, it was the Jerseyville Panthers that just dissected the Lions. Not so much. They just were the beneficiary of a very poor shooting Carterville Lions team in a 65-34 rout of the Lions. We've talked about it. I don't know how you coach out just cold shooting. I don't know what you say except keep chucking.
Yeah.
And eventually they're going to go, but they've had this shooting flu all season, except for the exception of 2 games, and that would be the 2 wins that they have: West Frankfort and of course against Trico. You got to have to think, Scott, that at some point they're going to heat things up more consistently.
Well, as you said, they've just got to keep shooting if they're open. And I think the other thing, too, is Justin Johnson's got to get untracked. I think, we talked to Coach Hawkins after the game, and, I think he's wanting Justin to fire up more shots. He's their one consistent shooter from the outside especially, and if he's got a chance to score, he needs to take those shots up. He needs to not be so selfish when he's got the ball. If you take away the second half of the Trico game last night and go all the way back to the Carbondale game, the Nashville game, and then the 2 games that they've played so far in this tournament besides the Trico game, Carterville's averaging about 8, 9, maybe 10 field goals a game, and that's not going to get the job done against any team that's very good at all. And, if you shoot poorly, then you're going to have to really, really be good on defense and turn it into a kind of an ugly game where you win, 30-28 or, 35-27, whatever the case may be. So Carterville's just got to shoot the ball when they're open, and hopefully they'll start going in.
You certainly hope so, because I tell you what, I don't know that I've ever seen a school or a team that just over the course of the season has shot so cold like the Lions have. I don't know that I've ever seen as cold a shooting team as what we've experienced with this Lions team.
Well, I can guarantee I haven't. And, it's frustrating as a coach, as a fan, as a player, that the shots aren't going in, because the one thing about it is Carterville's not taking very many bad shots. No. They're good shots. No. They're missing they're missing shots in the paint, although they didn't have very many this morning. It's just, I don't know. I go back to the mental thing. I think it's a mental thing with these kids now, and it's going to take 1 or 2 games of shooting the ball well from the outside to probably get them to thinking that every time I got the ball, I'm going to score.
We'll see as we're about 5 minutes away from tip-off. We're going to go on and take our second break of our pre-game show. It is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale, the Carterville's Banking Center, 200 West Plaza Drive in Carterville. We'll be back. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. Saturday evening, actually afternoon, I guess we will call it, at just about 5 minutes till 4. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of this ball game as the Carterville Lions are going through their final warm-ups and shoot-arounds as they take on the Olney Tigers. Both teams are teams of orange. There's a lot down there on that floor right now. Carterville will be the home team here in the basketball game as the Tigers, they will be in orange here this afternoon. This Lions broadcast, it is brought to you by the Bank of Carbondale's Carterville Banking Center, where they offer the convenience of mobile banking. Stay connected and on the go with the Bank of Carbondale's mobile banking app. To learn more, visit their website, tboc.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Carterville, it looks like they're going to make a little bit of a change on their starting lineup. They're going to go back to more of the usual starting lineup, except for one position, which we will get into in just a few minutes. This is the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic, and there was a huge upset in the afternoon session as the defending champion was beat and will not be playing for the championship here tonight, Scott.
Yeah, Benton and Pinckneyville squared off about noon today, and Pinckneyville scored the first 7 points right out of the gate, and Coach Weinmiller had to call a timeout for Benton, and you had that thing like, uh-oh, this thing might get out of hand quickly because Benton lost several kids to graduation. Pinckneyville's undefeated. They've smoked everybody they played, but Benton just rallied and took the lead in at half and never relinquished it. Actually had about a 12, 13-point lead in the second half. Ended up winning by 10. So Benton and Trenton Westland will play for the championship tonight.
That game is slated for 8:30. That is the championship game. There's a couple of games here after hours. Of course, we got the 4 o'clock. This is for 7th place. At 5:30 will be the 5th place team, as it will be, let's see here.
Should be Jerseyville and Sistina Park.
Sistina Park, yeah. That was the other one. And that's at 5:30. And then there'll be the 8:30 game for the championship this evening as well. Both teams are out on the floor, over talking with their coaches, getting ready for the starting lineups. We'll see if there's going to be a national anthem here. Since this is the evening session, the beginning of the evening session, I would think that they would do an anthem, but we'll see. Apparently they're going to go with the starting lineups already. They're announcing the Carterville Lions will do it as well. Coach Shane Hawkins is going to go with number 3, Dylan Valerius, number 5, Justin Johnson, number 24, Dylan Moore. Also, Luke Ford, number 33, is getting the start after starting the last 2 games on the bench, but he's going to be back in the starting lineup. And then at number 32, it's going to be Grant Garby that gets the start for the Lions. So to kick things off, it'll be Valerius, Johnson, Moore, Garby, and Ford.
Well, Olney's starting 5. Their tallest player is 6'3". I think that's why Ford and Garby are both in there at the same time, maybe take advantage of their physicality on the inside and get some points in the paint.
The starting lineup for the Olney Tigers, they are coached by Rob Flanagan. It's going to be Braden Flanagan. I wonder if there's any relationship there.
I'm going to guess there is.
He wears number 4. You have Dakota Brown, number 11. He is a 5'10 junior. At number 22 is going to be Connor Zuber. Now, he is a 6'3", or excuse me, a 6'1 senior. You have Brent Hatton, number 23, 6'3 junior. So the starting lineup for the Tigers will be Flanagan, Brown, Zuber, Dunn, and Hatton. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in downtown Carterville for over 30 years, a certified York dealer, and they service all brands. Call 985-2502, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com. You can watch the ball game on the YouTube channel. We got it fired up and it's rolling. Just go and search Olney Tigers versus Carterville Lions, and you'll get the play-by-play with Scott and I. You can watch the video. We got a nice little perch here at Thomas Gymnasium.
The seating's a lot better than the auxiliary gym as well.
Oh, yes, and the signal as well.
Yes.
So we weren't able to get the broadcast going yesterday, but we can today. Carterville in the home whites. It's going to be Olney in the visiting orange uniforms with the white letters. We are underway, and the Lions win the tip. As they are working from left to right, they're moving right toward us from our broadcast location here at the end of the gym, right behind the basket. Carterville has it left baseline into Garby on the left low block. He kicks it out to Dylan Moore. Justin Johnson drives, puts it up from about 8, and JJ hits the first shot of the game. Carterville leads it 2-0.
Yeah, good shot by JJ. Hopefully that's going to get him untracked.
You would certainly hope so. As the Olney Tigers, they have it. Carterville gets the trap right at midcourt, but they find the cutting Tiger back door right at the bucket, but 2 of them were there. It goes out of bounds. That's a turnover on the Olney Tigers.
Yeah, 2 Tigers went for the ball, went off their hands, so Carterville creates the first turnover of the game.
When is 2 Tigers too many? Right there. In that circumstance, you can only need 1 there. As a nice pass to Luke Ford cutting back door, and Carterville 2 for 2 on their first 2 shots.
Both close to, Johnson's not quite in the paint, but about 5 feet away, and then Ford on the drive.
And Carterville in the backcourt, they foul on Brent Hatton. And I believe it's going to be on Dylan Valerius. That's his first. They're able to post the fouls. They weren't for the last game. But it's the Tigers. They have the basketball. They work it around toward the left wing. That is Flanagan. And kicks it back out top over toward the right side for the Olney Tigers. 6:30. We're just underway. Nice pass in the paint. Got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Luke Ford. That is his first. That's the second team foul. And so at the line, it's going to be Sutton Dunn, the 6'2 junior, will be shooting 2. First one is on the way. Off to the right.
Olney in this tournament has beaten Roxana. They lost to Pinckneyville, only lost by 12, and then lost a heartbreaker this morning to Cissna Park.
Yeah, on a game last-second shot, as it was Sutton Dunn that's able to sink the first free throw for the Tigers. It's 4-1. Carterville turns the ball over. Tigers are on the run. They take it the other way, but they turn it right back over. Luke Ford comes away with it. Carterville has the 3-point lead. Here comes Valerius. He runs at, just puts up a floater, but Luke Ford there to clean up the mess. He's got 4 of Carterville's 6. They lead it 6-1.
Well, Justin Johnson, Luke Ford, the two big cogs on offense, have started out great.
Yes, they have. It's Olney basketball. They finally break the timeline, skip pass to the right wing. That is, they bring it back near side to Hatton, and the 3-ball way off. Carterville gathers it up. Here comes Justin Johnson the other way. 5:35 remaining here in the opening quarter. Is a Garby hands it off to Dylan Moore. Moore at the free throw line, gets it to Ford. Ford turn around, dumps it down low to Grant Garby. He puts the shot up, partially blocked. It hits the rim though, and it's the Olney Tigers that come away with it. It is Flanagan on the run, takes it to the free throw line. Left-hand layup is blocked by Luke Ford, goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Tigers.
Luke said, get that out of here.
Well, when Flanagan is 5'10", and Luke Ford is 6'7", there's a little bit of a difference there.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a height discrepancy.
3-ball from the left wing, rims out. And it is Dylan Valerius that pulls down the rebound. They get it over to Dylan. Dylan Moore takes it in the paint, throws it up off the iron, no good. Garby gets the rebound. He gets whistled. There's a whistle, and Garby gets fouled.
Now, Grant Garby is very good at hitting the glass on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Brett Hatton is charged with a foul. He's on the floor, so Carterville has possession. Dylan Moore over toward the left wing, gets it to Valerius. Where's number 3, the senior guard? Right-hand dribble, back to the left. Leaves it for Moore on the left wing. Fires, hits off the top of the backboard. Olney is on the run. Nice fake by Flanagan. He gets the bucket to fall, his first bucket of the game. And it's 6-3 Lions. Carterville basketball. Grant Garby. Left wing, gives it to Moore. Back to Garby, down toward the low block. Out top, Justin Johnson fires from 3 off the iron. Garby gathers up the rebound. Carterville will reset. Try to get it down to Ford. He's asking for it. They don't do it. Dylan Valerius takes it down toward the left pocket. Finally gets it down to Ford. Drives the baseline. Kick out to Johnson. He's going to fire from 3. Misses everything, but Valerius is there. Scoop up the ball. They'll reset. Back out top. That's Moore to Valerius. Left-hand dribble at the free throw line at the left elbow. We've got a charge that is being called on Dylan Valerius, and he stomps off the other way. Little flustered. That's 2 on number 3 for the Lions.
Also 2 turnovers for the Lions, 2 for Olney. Carterville, which started out hot, 3 of their first 4 from the field. They've missed their last 5 shots from the field.
So as Tigers basketball, a chance to tie it up on this possession. Carterville gets the trap out top. And they just fling it toward the free throw line, and just so happens that Connor Zuber was there, and he has the ball, works it right side. Back to Zuber. Between the circles, left-hand dribble, Carterville in a zone. As they kick it out to the left wing, that is Dakota Brown. Toward the right side with Braden Flanagan. Now they work it down low at the free throw line. A little turnaround jumper from Dunn is no good. Lions get the rebound. Think of this rebound by Garby. Here comes Valerius to Garby. Garby leaves it for Justin Johnson, bounces it off his ankles, but JJ gathers it up. His pass is a little off. Ford saves it, gets to Valerius. He drives, floater, no good. Rebound by Flanagan of the Tigers. Takes it the other way, left-right dribble, down the lane. Kick out to the right wing, fires from 3, in, out. Ford gathers up the rebound. 2:56 remaining here in the opening quarter. Dylan Moore across the free throw lane, over toward the left wing. That is Valerius. Valerius looks inside, gets it to Ford. He's fouled from behind as Sutton Dunn gets into the back of Luke Ford. That's the second team foul now on the Olney Tigers. The ball will belong to the Carterville Lions.
Austin Garby and Connor Henderson in. Grant Garby and Dylan Valerius going out. Carterville's missed their last 6 shots from the field, but the Olney Tigers only have 1 field goal in this game, and that's to the Lions' advantage so far.
So J.J. triggers to Luke Ford out top. He's picked up again by Sutton Dunn defensively. Gets it to J.J. on the logo at midcourt. Gets it, works it to the right side. Dylan Moore in the paint to Ford. Turnaround. Little floater is good for Ford. He gets the whistle on the foul. Will go to the line to try to complete the and one.
Yeah, he went to his little spin move inside the paint and got around his defender. And was strong enough to get it to go in, even though he got fouled.
Brent Hatton, charged with the foul, his second. Ford's free throw off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Dakota Brown. Takes it across the timeline toward the right wing. They work it around toward the left wing. 2:21 remaining in the opening quarter. It's a 5-point Lion lead. Thank you for listening to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. Little turnaround baby hook from Caleb Foster, who just checked into the game, is good. And the Tigers have pulled to within 3 once again. 2:02 remaining. As Connor Henderson has the ball, they work it around the perimeter to Austin Garby, who just checked in. Over to Henderson, right wing. Dylan Moore steps inside, back out to Garby. Now over to Johnson. Loses the handle, gathers it back up one more time. He gets it down to Ford on the low block. He puts it up and gets the roll. He's playing like a man possessed here in this first quarter.
Yeah, he is, and he's getting some of those rolls that he wasn't getting in some of these other games.
Boy, we need that in a big way. As Flanagan steps across midcourt, they swing past it to the right, now back between the circles. Over toward the right baseline, down on the baseline, double team by the Lions. Back out top to Brown, now left wing. Flanagan fires from 3. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by the City of Carterville. Mayor Brad Robinson, the entire City of Carterville. They're proud sponsors and supporters of your Carterville Lions. Ball belongs to the Lions with 1:14 on the clock. 5-point lead, 10-5. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson here on News Radio WJPF, and on our YouTube live stream. You can search it, Olney Tigers versus the Carterville Lions. Ford misses his first shot of the game, rolls off the edge of the rim. Tigers are on the run toward the left wing. Flanagan drives the baseline, throws it up. Rebounded there by Foster. Caleb Foster cleans it up for the Lions, and he pulls them to within 3 one more time. Austin Garby, top of the key to Henderson, now to Luke Stritzel, who just checked in for Coach Shane Hawkins and the Carterville Lions. Garby to Henderson. Left-hand dribble, top of the key, now over toward the left pocket. That is Garby. Almost drug that foot as Stritzel takes it from there. Spin move at the left block, puts the shot up, and he's called on the travel. That is 3 turnovers on the Carterville Lions.
Yep, just Stritzel made one extra step there on that spin move, and turnover gives the ball back to Olney, who's only down by 3 now.
Toward the right side as they come across the midcourt. They work it down toward the left baseline. As it's Kai Stoward that is in the game now. Number 14, number 11 is Dakota Brown for the Tigers. 5 seconds remaining. Working our way down toward the end of the first. That is Dakota Brown fires from 3, misses everything, and that is how we end the first quarter. It is 10-7 Carterville. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Okay.
That's good. Actually, that's good right there. Now you've got almost the entire court in his court.
Okay. Back at Pinckneyville, where we just finished up the first quarter, Carterville has a 3-point lead heading to the second, 10-7.
Carterville shot 38% in the first half, first quarter, 27% for Olney.
So the ball belongs to the Olney Tigers. Dakota Brown with the right-hand dribble to the right side. That is Braden Flanagan. Down toward the right baseline. Sutton Dunn makes a spin move to the rack. They kick it around, back over to the left wing now. As Dunn has it, they work it out top to Braden Flanagan. 10-7, 3-point lead for the Lions. As the ball, rough pass, bounces and hits Dunn right in the face. Three ball is good from the left wing by Braden Flanagan.
First three of the game by either team, and we're tied at 10.
And with 7:15 left here in the second quarter. Carterville basketball. Connor Henderson still on the floor with Luke Stritzel, Luke Ford, Justin Johnson, and Austin Garvey. The shot from the top, Henderson no good. Ford gets the rebound, puts it up, and gets the shooter's touch. Luke Ford has 10 here in this game. After the last game, Luke Ford was a little frustrated. And he had a nice chat with Coach Shane Hawkins, and man, he's come out fired up here early on in this game against Olney. They have the basketball, though, moving right to left in the orange uniforms with the white lettering. 6:35 remaining. 12-10, Lions with the lead. They work the perimeter, trying to get it down on that right block. They do. Goes around Ford, kick out to Dakota Brown. He puts the shot up off the iron, no good. And Carterville comes away with it. Nice save by Justin Johnson. He's going to bring it across midcourt with the left-hand dribble. Works to the right side to Austin Garvey. Two Lions there. That was Henderson. Garvey loses his footing but manages to hold on to the ball. They get the ball into the right elbow. Has his defender to Ford on his hip. Garvey has the basketball. They're going to try one more time. Looking for the pick and roll. It's not there. Garvey flashes across to Justin Johnson. He gets the left-hand layup. JJ has 4. It's a 4-point lead for the Lions.
The player guarding Justin never saw that pass coming, went right by his head, and Johnson took it straight to the paint.
We're getting those little bunny shots to fall today, though, in this game. As the Tigers, they are able to get it down low. Nice up and under by Caleb Foster for the Tigers. He's got 6, and he came off the bench. Johnson leaves the ball for Garvey, but it's picked off. And the Tigers are on the run as Flanagan works it down low. Kick out to the left corner. Over toward the right wing. That is to Brown. Back to Brown. Work it toward the left wing. Wide open. Flanagan fires from 3. No good. Rebound tracked down by Caleb Foster. They're going to reset. They get it to Stoward in the paint. The shot put up by Dunn. He's blocked. Goes out of bounds. It's going to belong to the Olney Tigers.
Yeah, Olney cannot get anything inside the paint. Everything they've done so far in this game has been on the perimeter. They're working the ball around the perimeter, but with Ford and especially Grant Garvey on the inside, there's just no inside game for the Tigers.
I do like how they work the perimeter. They have a nice passing game as the shot is no good from Sutton Dunn, and the Lions get the rebound. Tyler Biddle is into the game for Carterville, just checked in. Luke Stritzel on the floor as well. Left-hand dribble down the baseline. Kicks it out to Biddle, out top. Now to Dylan Moore. Left-hand dribble at the free throw line. Dumps it down low, and it hits off of Grant Garvey's hands. Excuse me. Turnover on the Lions.
Yeah, it wasn't a great pass, but it was a good thought. Garvey just was not expecting it, and it was a little bit behind him.
The 5th turnover on the Carterville Lions. Tigers have the basketball. They're down 2 here in the 7th place contest at the Dester Thomas Hoops Classic. Wide open for 3. Hits off the bottom of the backboard. That shot no good by Brent Hatton. Carterville brings it across midcourt. Tyler Biddle leaves it for Moore. Right-hand dribble. Tries to get the isolation. Kick out to Tyler Biddle. He brings the left-hand dribble. Loses the handle. It's another turnover. 6 now on the Lions. The chance to tie it up. The Olney Tigers. They work around. Top of the circle, now drive down the baseline. Ball's kicked around. That's a turnover. I've got him for 3, Scott.
That's what I've got him for. Now a foul on Olney. And, you know, Olney, we talk about in other games where Carterville does not take advantage of the other team's turnovers. the roles reversed. Olney is not taking advantage of the Carterville turnovers, and Carterville's fortunate to be up by 2.
It's called, the stat is called points off turnovers.
Yep.
And you want to get as many points off turnovers as you can.
Well, it's extra possessions you're going to get.
Yes.
And you want to turn those into points. And, you know, Carterville up 14-12 have shot the ball well here in the second quarter, 2 out of 3, but they've also had 3 turnovers in this second quarter.
Carterville is also occupying the far bench from where they were. Luke Stritzel fires from 3. That's off the back of the iron. The rebound comes off to Dakota Brown. He takes the pass down to the right wing. Shot is up from about 8 feet. That was Sutton Dunn. He gets it to fall. He's got 3 in the game, and we're tied at 14. Carterville turns it over again as it is Dakota Brown puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Shot, foul, and it's going to go to the line. It's going to be Caleb Foster.
Well, Foster, who didn't even start this game, already has 4 rebounds in the game. 3 of those are offensive rebounds, and Carterville just not doing a good job of handling the pressure right now.
Connor Henderson charged with his first foul as the free throw from Caleb Foster is no good. He's got 6 points, 6 of the 14. He's a 6'2 sophomore for the head coach, Rob Flanagan, and the Olney Tigers. Rebound is no good on the missed free throw, but Olney gets it back as they work the perimeter once again. Hatton gets it down in the paint, little floater short, and Henderson is there, but he turns it right back over, and the bucket is good by Dakota Brown. That is good, his first bucket of the game, and now Olney has the 2-point lead for the first time in this game. They're saying Tyler Biddle went over and back at midcourt. That is 9 turnovers.
Yeah, that's 2 in the last 20 seconds. Carterville had control of this game midway through this second quarter, but turnovers let Olney stay around, and now Olney's taking advantage of some of those, and they've got the lead.
So it's Luke Ford and Justin Johnson that checks back in for the Lions. 2:51 remaining here in the second quarter. Carterville down 2 for the first time in the game. Tigers, they're going to work the perimeter, have it on the right wing. That is Dakota Brown with the left-hand dribble. Now to the left wing, kicks it over to Zuber. He leaves it for Dakota Brown. Now back to Zuber between the circles. Left-right dribble, now toward the left wing. With the basketball, that is Sutton Dunn. He works it out to the right side. Gets the ball underneath, loses the handle on it, but it's gathered back up once again by the Tigers. 2:13 remaining. On the right elbow, they get it to Zuber. The shot from 3, no good. But again, they get another rebound and another opportunity to reset their offense. Dakota Brown brings it out, top of the key between the circles. Now with the right-hand dribble, swing pass toward the left baseline for the 3. That is good. That is Brent Hatton that hits his first bucket of the game. It's a 3-pointer, and it's a 5-point lead now for the Tigers.
Offensive rebound leads to a 3-pointer.
Luke Stritzel gets it down to Luke Ford. His shot is up, no good, but he does get the whistle on the foul. The foul is going to be on Sutton Dunn. That's the second on Dunn. Luke Ford is going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Olney has attempted 13 shots in this second quarter. Carterville's only attempted 4 because of those nine turnovers. Not all those turnovers, not all of the 9 have been in the second quarter, but a good majority of those have.
Dylan Moore is going to check out. Into the game is going to be Connor Hawkins, number 20. Yes, related to the coach. As Ford misses both of his free throws, the rebound is pulled down by Brent Hatton of the Tigers. Gets it to Zuber, Connor Zuber, and then they work it toward the left block. Back it out to Zuber, right-hand dribble, spin move, takes it in the lane, floats it up, no good. Rebound tipped around, but Carterville comes away with it. That was Luke Stritzel. Gets it to Johnson, spins across the timeline, over to Austin Garvey. Now top of the key. Now Luke Stritzel fires from 3. Awkward shot, no good. Connor Hawkins fires, gets fouled, and is going to go to the line, and he's going to shoot 3 free throws. Welcome to the big leagues, Connor.
He said, hey, Dylan Moore taught me that trick, so I'm going to try it, and it works.
Dakota Brown charged with his first foul. Connor Hawkins at the line to shoot 3. First one is up, no good. Number 20 for the Lions, the 5'10" sophomore guard. He's a sharpshooter. That's his specialty. Most coaches' kids are, though, as they spend all their time in the gym.
Gym rat.
It's the second. Third one is coming up. Carterville down 4 now, 1:02 remaining. Second is up, gets the shooter's touch. He's got 2. Shane Hawkins really been experimenting and wanting to get in some of these underclassmen to gain them some varsity experience. And so Connor Hawkins has seen some early action here in this game at the Duster Thomas. Dakota Brown steps into about an 8-footer, just buries it. Nice shot from Dakota Brown. He's got 4, 44 seconds remain, and a 5-point lead for the Olney Tigers. Justin Johnson gets it to Luke Stritzel, left baseline. Now to Luke Ford, spins in the paint, gets fouled. I think they're going to charge Caleb Foster with that foul.
Well, when Luke's in the game, Olney really can't stop him. They just have to foul him, which is good because eventually you get to the bonus quicker. But when you do get to the bonus, you got to make your free throw. That's only the 6th team foul here in the first half for Olney.
And the foul was on Dakota Brown, his second.
Actually, they're going to. It was the 7th team foul. They haven't posted it up on the board yet, so Luke will get the 1-on-1.
So he'll be at the line. He missed 2 free throws in a row, the last trip. First one is on the way, and it's off the back of the iron. Tigers get the rebound. So they've got 32 seconds. Will they hold for the final shot of the half? It appears so. Dakota Brown backs it down toward the right side. Left-right dribble between the legs now. 23 seconds remaining, as the Tigers are going to shoot for right at the buzzer, or hold for the buzzer, as Carterville back in the 2-3 zone. Content to let them shoot. As we're at 10, they'll move now. 9, 8, 7, 5, 6, 5. I forgot the 6. Swing pass toward the right baseline. It was wide open. Steps back. Nice D by Luke Stritzel to get up in that shooter's face, and they are not able to convert, but the Olney Tigers do hold a 5-point lead going in at half. It's 21-16. The Wild Hog halftime shows next on News Radio WJPF. That's good. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we're at the half. It's the Wild Hog halftime show. Scott Hudson and Carterville looked good early in that first quarter as they led it 10-7 over Olney. But here in the second, it was Olney that was able to head into the break up 5, 21-16.
Yeah, Carterville hit a stretch in the first quarter where they missed 6 shots in a row. That allowed Olney to get back in the game. 38% from the field for the Lions. They only attempted 18 shots in that first half. Only 5 of those 18 came in the second quarter. That's when they started turning the ball over. Olney shot 33% in the first half. They had 2 threes in that second quarter. Rebounding, the Lions out-rebounded the Tigers 15-13. Grant Garby leads the Lions with 5. Foster, who didn't even start the game, leads Olney with 5. And turnovers, only 3 for Olney, but 9 for the Carterville Lions.
When you look at the scoring for the Carterville Lions, it's split between 3 players, and the leading scorer was Luke Ford, as he has 10 first-half points. With 4, it was Justin Johnson, and Connor Hawkins hit 2 free throws to get into the score, but Carterville scored 16 points in that first half. When you look at scoring for the Olney Tigers, they are led by Caleb Foster with 6. It is Braden Flanagan with 5, and Dakota Brown with 4, and then split Brent Hatton with 3, and Sutton Dunn with 3 as well. 21 first-half points for the Olney Tigers. It is your Wild Hog halftime show. The Wild Hog in Carterville. Just take the new Wolf Creek overpass, turn west on Commercial Drive. You'll come right to the Wild Hog. That's Wild with a Y. It is your Carterville Lions hangout spot. So there you can enjoy some fantastic food. I love the barbecues there and the tater tots. They serve those there. But they also have drink specials every single day. Stop by, and if you wear your Carterville Lions gear in there, show them, and they'll mark 10% off of your bill. Stop by. It is your post-game headquarters for Carterville Lions sports. It's the Wild Hog in Carterville. We're going to continue on the Wild Hog halftime show. It's 21-16, Olney with the 5-point lead. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Not sure. That's Cessna. Is that right? Am I saying that the right way? Who?
Cessna Park.
Yeah, Cessna Park. That's right. Yep. And take it to the limit one more time. Welcome back to Pinckneyville. It's Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson. We're at the half, 21-16. The Olney Tigers are holding the 5-point lead, and this is the 7th place game as the Cessna Park is out on the floor. They've got the next game. They're just out there getting loose a little bit. Man, 4 games in 2 days is kind of tough, and that's what these teams have been facing.
Yeah, and of course Carterville played the Pyramid Plus tournament, which was a week-long event. Of course, when you got to Friday, you ended up playing 3 games in about 24 hours. You got this tournament in between. Carterville really hasn't played, 2 games. I don't think in the same weekend since the start of the season, but that'll be changing here pretty soon. I guess they did play Carbondale the day after they played AJ, so that's one time. But anyway, it is a grueling, it is a marathon, and at some point fatigue may set in. But Carterville's only down by 5, despite the 9 turnovers. They've just got to. I think the big key for Carterville, other than the fact they got to take care of the ball a little bit better, Justin Johnson has got to be a key focal point of your offense in the second half. He's a guy that can take it to the rack. He can score from the outside, and whether it's Olney doing a great job of shutting him down or Justin just not finding the open areas, I think they've got to get him going.
We're going to take our final break of our Wild Hog halftime show. When we come back, third quarter action here on News Radio WJPF. Let's bring it back here, Brian. Bring it back here. Welcome back to Pinckneyville as we are getting ready to start the third quarter. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson as Carterville is going to have the basketball to begin play here in the third quarter. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Carterville in the home whites. They're going to be moving from right to left. They try the backdoor cut to Luke Ford. He tries a little right hand up and under and isn't able to convert. And it's the Olney Tigers that come away with the rebound. They work it as the ball is off of Flanagan's head, but he's able to gather it back up. Brown works it toward the left side to Sutton Dunn. Out top, they bring it near side. Dakota Brown decides not to shoot, and it is Braden Flanagan, the 5'10 freshman for Coach Rob Flanagan. I would imagine that's probably his son.
Yes.
He is a good ball player, though. As Caleb Foster starts the second half, and the Tigers are pretty patient as they work it around the perimeter, bring it to the right wing, now top of the key, now left wing. Just quick, one-step passing. They're just waiting for that backdoor cut. That's the ideal play. There it is right there as it was Sutton Dunn that flashed through. They got the ball to him. That's a patient offense, but very effective.
Yeah, they kind of lull you to sleep, and then, boom, they get the backdoor basket.
Carterville has it. Johnson to Dylan Moore, takes it to the free throw line. Down low to Luke Ford, double team, puts the shot up. Doesn't get the shooter's touch on that one. Those were falling in the first half. He's 0 for 2 here in the third quarter as the shot is no good by the Tigers, and Ford gets the rebound. Luke tomorrow is going to be leaving for San Antonio, Texas, as he is going to participate in the All-U.S. Army All-American football game. That is going to be the 6th. I guess that'll be next Saturday. At 12 noon. That will be on NBC. You can watch it starting at noon. He gets fouled. Foul is on Sutton Dunn. Luke Ford is at the line shooting 2, and he misses the first. But he leaves tomorrow, gets in. They pick him up at the airport. They take him to the hotel, drops his stuff off, and then he goes right to practice tomorrow afternoon. And he'll be with the other U.S. Army All-Americans from around the country. And that's an exciting time for Luke.
Yeah, it's kind of the culmination of what's been a year-long or more recruiting process.
Just signed with the Georgia Bulldogs a week ago, and got that off his chest. He's signed, sealed, and delivered, and he'll be playing for national championships, I'm sure, for the next 3 or 4 years.
Definitely on national TV.
Yep. 6 minutes remaining here in the third, 23-17. It's going to be fun to watch those games on Saturday afternoon. And he's a good football player, we know that, as Olney has it. Again, they just work the perimeters, skip pass to the left wing. Now they work it back out top, gather it in, right side, right wing, step inside from 12, shot no good. Luke Ford gets the rebound, gets it to Valerius. He takes it across the timeline toward the left side. Now Justin Johnson on the left wing. Carterville down 6, 5:21 remaining. In the paint to Ford, little turnaround jumper. Nice job getting that ball to Ford at the right time on that low block, and he can just make that little turnaround jumper.
Yeah, the defender pinned behind him on the low block. There's no way you're going to stop that.
Ford's got 13, and the Lions are down 4. 5 minutes exactly remaining in the third quarter. Tigers. Flanagan now to Dakota Brown, and they work it to Brent Hatton. Steps in on the low block. That gets the ball to Sutton Dunn, and he's able to bank that one home. He's got 7, 25, 19, 6-point lead again. Justin Johnson, left wing, behind the back dribble. From about 15, off the iron, no good. It goes out of bounds. Well, it's saved by the Tigers. Neither team with a turnover here in the second half. Olney takes it to the left block. Shot is up, and the shooter's touch by Sutton Dunn.
Somehow he got that ball forced through the arms of Luke Ford.
Yep. So now it's an 8-point lead for the Olney Tigers. Carterville needs a bucket here to stay close. They try to get it to the cutting Luke Ford. He's pushed from behind. Sutton Dunn, that is going to be the 4th now on him, and he's going to have to come out of the game quickly. He's been very effective. As they get the ball down to him, he's got 9 points of the game, the leading scorer for Olney, but he's got to take a seat on the bench. 4:02 remaining. Carterville basketball. Garby leaves it for Justin Johnson. Left-hand dribble kind of floats down toward the left wing. Now out top between the circles to Moore and Dylan Valerius on the right wing. Low pass down low. That's not a good pass as it's tipped away. It's on the floor. Luke Ford dives in after it. We have a jump ball, and it's going to belong to the Olney Tigers.
Yeah, Valerius literally almost got down on his knee and rolled the ball like a bowling ball to the paint. That's probably not going to work 99.9% of the time.
You can't do that. That is the first second-half turnover on the Lions. Olney only had 3 first-half turnovers. Carterville had 9. But again, they're down 8. Kai Stoward, just checked in for the Lions. They get it to the left elbow, kick out, and there's a shot from 3. No good. Valerius gets a rebound, gets pushed, and does not travel. He was pushed from behind. Did a good job there. 3:17. Carterville needs a bucket. Johnson floats, throws it at the rim, gets the foul, and will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
Carterville's not shot free throws well in this game. That's another reason why they're down by 8. So anytime they go to the line now, the clock stops and you're down by 8. These are critical.
And I think, looking back, I think they've missed about 8 free throws, and he misses again. So when they do get the rolls in the paint, they can't hit the free throws. Justin Johnson's second free throw is on the way. He's got 5 now. If this Lions team ever can put a complete game together, they're hitting the outside shot, they're getting it points in the paint, they're hitting their free throws, crashing the boards. Look out.
Yeah.
They do it all sporadically, but never all together. But the Olney Tigers get their first turnover. Luke Ford gathers it up. Dylan Delarius, left-hand dribble between the circles, over to Justin Johnson. Johnson looks inside to Ford, gets it to him. On the block, kick out to Valerius. Now Johnson's going to shoot from 3. There we go. That was a good possession for the Carterville Lions.
And Justin Johnson needed that basket to go in just as much as the Lions as a team did.
Carterville climbs to within 4 of the Tigers, and they're trying to force the turnover, but Olney breaks the press. Carterville almost had the trap out top once again. When they've done that, they've been very effective. But Olney's been careful not to put themselves in that position. It's just right there in the corners. You step across midcourt, and Carterville will jump all over that if you stop there and pull up your dribble. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. The 4-point lead, 27-23. Olney working the perimeter once again, just like they do as the shot from Connor Zuber got a timeout, actually, that is called by Coach Flanagan of the Olney Tigers. Is it going to be a full timeout? We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. $60, please. (27-23) with 2:08 remaining here in the third quarter. Carterville down 4. They were down 8 just moments ago, but were able to crawl back into this one. Olney has the basketball. Olney in the orange uniforms. They are the visiting team here in this 7th place game at the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic, the 11th. And the Pinckneyville Panthers will not be defending their championship. The Benton Rangers knocked them off earlier today, a dandy ball game. And it's going to be a different champion here for the Duster Thomas. Olney, once again, they just pass around the outside, around the three-point arc. As it is Hatton, left-hand dribble. He's hounded by Luke Stritzel. Now they're wide open for 3. That's no good. They're not a good not shooting a good percentage outside, but they'll beat you down inside the paint.
Yeah, Carterville's got to take advantage of this.
Luke Ford has it. And on the right block, puts it up. That's short. Nice rebound by Garby. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's Austin Garby working the boards, and Carterville can get to within 1.
And the Garbys do it again. They are constantly around the basketball when it comes off the rim, whether it's on the offensive or defensive end. And hopefully you can get a 3-point play out of this, Mr. Austin Garby.
Austin puts up his free throw. It's no good. Ford gets the rebound and the putback no good. JJ's there to clean it up, though. And he's able to tie this game at 27 with 1 minute remaining in the third. And it's tied at 27. Olney breaks the timeline. They get it to Dakota Brown. And now to Brent Hatton. Over toward the left wing. Hatton has it once again. Back to the left side. That is Flanagan. Right-hand dribble to Brown. Now to Hatton. Hatton wears number 23. Left-hand dribble to Brown. To Flanagan. Out around the perimeter. 30 seconds remaining. They're going to want to hold for the last shot. Carterville's defense backs up into the zone once again, as they've done the entire tournament. When it comes down toward the end of the quarter, And, of course, the Tigers are just content to hang on to it. 15 seconds, 14-13 remaining in this third quarter. All tied at 27. Tigers have the basketball. Right corner, Dakota Brown now to Hatton, now to Flanagan, who fires from three off the iron, no good. And Carterville gets the rebound. And so at the end of three, we are tied at 27. We got ourselves a ball game, Scott Hudson. We're heading to the fourth quarter. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. We're heading to the fourth quarter, all tied at 27. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating. Downtown Carterville for over 30 years. Certified York dealer. And they service all brands. Called 985-2502. Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating.com.
Carterville, 44% from the field in the third, 37% for Olney. Carterville finally got their first three in the game in that third. We're all tied going into the fourth.
With the Lions having possession of the ball. Dylan Valerius, left-hand dribble between the circles. Now to Johnson. Nice pass down low to Garby. He needs some help, gets it to Valerius, and he works it top of the circle to Luke Stritzel, who starts the fourth quarter. Austin Garby, left-hand dribble to Johnson, throws it off the back of the defender. It's going to belong to the Carterville Lions.
Coach Hawkins giving Luke Ford, the big man, a little bit of a rest. Don't think he'll be there very long, though.
He's got 13 points in the game, the leading scorer for both teams. But Carterville turns it over. That's the second turnover this second half as Dakota Brown takes it to the rack. He gets fouled and is going to go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
That's only Carterville's second turnover in this second half. Olney only has 1.
Foul was on Dylan Valerius, his third. Dakota Brown is at the line shooting free throws. Gets that one to roll home. 5 now for Dakota Brown. 4 first half points. 28-27, the 1-point lead. Brown's second is on the way. Rims out, no good. And we have a whistle and a foul. That is going to be on Caleb Foster as he got underneath Austin Garby, who gathered up that rebound. His second, so actually that's the third on Caleb Foster.
And also, they haven't posted it yet, but that's Olney's 5th team foul, so 2 more, and the Lions are going to the line.
They need to shoot better, though, from the free throw line here in the second half as the ball is turned over, the third turnover on Carterville in this second half. 7:20 on the clock. Olney holds a 1-point lead. They have the basketball as well. 3 players in the backcourt as they just pass it around. Finally break the timeline. Nice and patient, nice and slow. Dakota Brown to the right side to Sutton Dunn. Around to Brown. That is Flanagan now. He's at the point, and they get it down to the right pocket. That is Dakota Brown. He gets it on the right elbow. The shot no good from Zuber, and Carterville gets the rebound. Carterville with the ball, looking to take the lead. Luke Ford on the left elbow, tries to hit the cutting Justin Johnson. They can't connect. That's another turnover. 4 now on the Lions as it is Sutton Dunn that is able to get the backdoor pass and bank that one home. He's got 11, 30-27, 3-point lead for Olney. They're starting to pick up the pace a little bit. They tried to hit Grant Garby down low with a pass. Was tipped away, but we got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Grant Garvey.
That's the 5th Carterville turnover, the 3rd to start this 4th quarter.
Luke Ford, actually, his 2nd foul. We have a timeout that is called. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well. 30-27, Lions getting beat by Olney here on News Radio WJPF. Fourth quarter action at the Dester Thomas Hoops Classic. It's Dave McKenzie and Scott Hudson. Carterville down 3 to the Olney Tigers, 30-27. As the timeout was taken by Coach Flanagan of the Olney. They had the basketball, the length of the floor to go.
Lions had the ball to start this 4th quarter tied, and they've turned the ball over 3 straight possessions.
4 turnovers total in the second half. They have 13 for the game. Olney gets across the timeline. They're able to reset the offense. Dakota Brown now down to Sutton Dunn. Dunn is the leading scorer. He has 11 for the Tigers. That is Flanagan toward the left wing. Now to Brown, and it is Mr. Hatton near side right wing. Flanagan, right-hand dribble, backs it up across the logo. Now they work to the left side. Hatton down on the baseline to Zuber, back to Hatton. Now it is Flanagan, and now Dakota Brown to the right. As Zuber flashes to the right wing, Sutton Dunn takes it back out top to the guard. That is Dakota Brown. Now it's on the left wing. 5:20 remaining in the ball game. 3-point lead for the Olney Tigers. Again, they work the perimeter. This is what they're doing. It's a slow-down offense. They're trying to find that backdoor cut. And like Scott said moments ago, they'll lull you to sleep with the passing game. And then all of a sudden, you'll see somebody flash across the baseline. They've got it set up again. If they'll get that man to move, they just keep working the perimeter. Dunn, left-hand dribble to Brown. Into the left elbow, kick out. Now it's back to Sutton Dunn, drug the foot, and he turned it over. You're the Lions defensively. That's what you do. You just play strong defense, force them into the mistake. Hopefully you can get a hand in the passing lane, tip it away.
Yeah, anytime you play a team like Olney's very patient on offense and you're trailing in the 4th quarter, Carterville has to treat these possessions like they're gold because you don't know how many more you're going to get.
But as the clock starts to tick further and further down, you've got to play tighter and tighter defense.
Yeah.
Eventually you get into a fouling situation. Nice move by Garvey on the block, throws it up at the rack. The ball rolls around, it's tipped away, and it's the Tigers. Didn't get a good shot, but they worked hard down there as they find, again, Sutton Dunn cutting toward the basket. He's able to bank that one home. 13 for Dunn, 32-27, 5-point Tiger lead. Luke Ford at the free throw line. Over to Johnson, who fires from 3 off the iron. Comes to Dylan Moore, right elbow. Tries to get it to Ford, he does. Ford dumps it down to Garvey, and there's a whistle and a foul.
They're going to call that a shooting foul. Wow. I thought Luke was trying to make a pass.
I did too.
On the baseline.
But that happened in the previous game. I thought it was a pass, and they called it a shooting foul. As Ford's free throw is on the way, Luke hits his first. He's got 14 now. Pulls Carterville to within 4. 4:05 remaining in the ballgame. We have to name our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Ford misses the second. Tigers get the rebound. Tigers basketball, under 4 to play. They drive it right down the lane. Little floater is good from Zuber, Connor Zuber.
You're not really supposed to be able to drive from the top of the key through the lane against his own defense, but that's exactly what happened.
Nobody there as Ford gets it, spin, wraps that man around, and he's able to drive to the lane and lay it home. 4-point game again, 34-30, 3:33 remaining in the contest. Tigers have the lead as they step across the timeline. Again, there's Sutton Dunn to Dakota Brown. Dakota Brown, not very big. He's a 5'10 junior. But he runs the offense, as does Flanagan. As the 2-point guards work out between the circles, back and forth, as Brent Hatton flashes across the free throw line. But they just keep the ball out front, and we have a whistle and a timeout that is taken by the head coach, Rob Flanagan. We're going to take a break as well. Let's see if it's a full. It is a full timeout. It's 34-30. You're listening to Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. .303 remaining in this contest. The 7th place game at the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic. Carterville is down 4, 34-30, with 3:03 remaining in the third, Scott.
Carterville's going to have to come out of this zone fairly soon. If not, Olney's just going to take time off this clock.
They work it around. They get it to Hatton. Then it is now Zuber, who's being hounded by Justin Johnson toward the left wing. That's where Sutton Dunn takes the ball. To Flanagan, guarded by Valerius. Out top, Dakota Brown. Johnson meets him. Now Luke Ford comes out way high to take on Connor Zuber. Zuber keeps it. Valerius picks him up defensively. Over toward the right. They just work. Luke Ford starting to press a little bit. Nice job. They force the turnover on Olney. Carterville can get within 1. 2:20 remaining. This is a good ball game. I like how competitive this one is. As Carterville has it, Shane Hawkins barking instructions. And
what in the world was that?
Dylan Valerius was going to hit Luke Ford, who started moving down toward the right baseline, but the ball just goes wild out of bounds. It's a 5th turnover here in the second half. 2:09 remaining. Carterville remains down 4. You can bet Olney wants to just take time off the clock. They get it to the left elbow, double team, he breaks it. Now near side to Zuber, and from about 12, the shot is good by Brent Hatton for Olney.
They've hit 4 of their 5 shots in this fourth quarter.
Hatton has 5. As it is Valerius that turns it over. He can't gather it up, and out on the break, they just start to put it away as Dakota Brown gets the bucket. He's got 7, and quickly, it is turned into an 8-point lead with 1:29 remaining in the game. Dylan Moore to Justin Johnson, now to Valerius. Valerius back to Johnson. Somebody needs to shoot. Moore will from 3. Oh, thought it was going to go. It's off the back of the iron, and the rebound comes off to Mr. Flanagan. He finds a cutting Sutton Dunn right to the hole. Quickly they score. Timeout. Shane Hawkins is going to put Connor Hawkins in, and we have a timeout taken by the Carterville Lions. It's a full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 40-30, 10-point lead. Lions basketball on News Radio WJPF. Thank you much. .40-30 with 1:10. 70 seconds remaining in this contest. the 7th place contest at the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic between the Carterville Lions and the Olney Tigers. Carterville, they really need to make some noise here in the last 70 seconds, and that means force a turnover and fire for 3.
Well, Olney has definitely taken advantage of the miscues by the Lions in this second half. 7 turnovers for Carterville. Olney has hit 6 of 7 shots from the field in this fourth quarter to open up a 10-point lead.
Be interesting to see the points in the paint stats for Olney here in the second half. Carterville has it. Justin Johnson bobbles. That's another turnover on the Lions. That's 8 now in the second half. 17 for the game. Under a minute to play. 51 seconds remain. 40-30. Tigers with the basketball and the 10-point lead, and a foul out front on the Lions. Connor Hawkins, who just checked into the ball game, picks up his first foul of the game. Dakota Brown takes the inbound pass and takes it, hand it off, works it around top of the key. They're going to stay out top and just spread this Lions defense out, but they turn it over. Johnson gets it. He's on the run, drives the lane, gets fouled, and will go to the line. No, he's not going to go to the line, actually.
Yeah, this will be their 7th team foul, so he should be going.
You're right. You're right.
But, boy, what a missed opportunity for Carterville to win this game. Tied going into the fourth. You had the ball. You had a little bit of momentum. And then 3 straight possessions. You have 3 straight turnovers. And Olney, give them credit, they took advantage of them and really put Carterville behind the 8 ball.
They did. They converted all 3 of those turnovers into points, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, there are extra possessions, as we talk about. Take advantage of those extra possessions. And Justin Johnson, he hits his free throw. He's got 11 for the game. Luke Ford, 16 in the ball game. 40-31, Carterville down 9. Austin Garby's going to check into the game. I think he may come in for Justin Johnson. Second one is no good. Lions battle for the board. Johnson gets the rebound, but he just throws it away. 9 turnover on Carterville. We have a whistle and a foul on the Lions. Luke Ford, that is the 3rd on Big Luke. Good luck to Luke Ford. This next week, he's going to go play some football in January. Can you believe it?
I hope it's warm.
It is.
Actually,
San
I think
Antonio.
it's in.
It is. It's a dome.
It's
Alamo
a dome.
Dome.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It'll be 72 degrees.
About what it's like outside here, right?
Yeah, about.
Even if you reverse those numbers, it's still colder than that here.
That's exactly. If we added them all up, they don't equal that. 20 seconds remain. Tigers, they're just going to back the ball out, hold on to it here as we're under 15 seconds. Justin Johnson fouls. His first foul of the game. We've got your Wild Hog postgame show coming up. We're going to chat with head coach Shane Hawkins as the Lions finish his tournament 1-3. Dylan Valerius fouls. 14.4 seconds. Still a 9-point game. 3 possessions. Stranger things have happened. If he misses this, Carterville's Shane Hawkins is going to bring Connor Hawkins back in. Luke Stritchell checks in. Checking out is Nicholas Laird and Chandler Roberts, who had just checked in for a couple of minutes. Free throw is on the way. That's good from Braden Flanagan. He's got 5 points in the contest. Second one coming up. Your Wild Hog postgame show and your Joe's Lawn Care star of the game. We'll announce those winners as we have a timeout taken by Olney with 14.4 seconds left. Scott, next Friday night is the next ball game for the Carterville Lions. It's a Southern Illinois river-to-river conference matchup against the Sparta Bulldogs. It'll be the one and only home game for the Carterville Lions in January.
Yeah, we're going to be on the road a lot. And Sparta, a team that's got some athletic ability, but just it doesn't show up on the win-loss, or doesn't show up on the win column. But Carterville's going to have almost a full week to try and regroup yet again. Going to go 1-3 in this tournament. Just a couple of disappointing games. I think this might be the most disappointing finish to any of their games, considering the opponent. It's just, boy, what do? You just go back to work and hope things work out.
10 seconds remaining. Austin Garby fires from 3, bricks it. Dylan Valeris is there to clean up. Dylan finally gets on the board. He's got 2 points. We've got 5.2 seconds remaining. And another timeout that is taken, I think this time, by Shane Hawkins. It is going to be a 30-second timeout by Carterville. Yeah, and then the week after that, we're going to be right back here, setting almost here, as Carterville on the following Friday will be here to take on the Panthers in conference action. And then after that, the following Monday, I believe it's the 21st, you and I are going to spend the week in Franklin County at the Midwinter Classic at Frankfort High School.
Yeah, Carterville knows that they're going to be in the same pool with Marion, Heron, and Caro. So the schedules have not come out yet. Those will probably come out this week. So we're going to be in Franklin County for several days in 2 weeks.
Yep. Next Friday night, the next home game for the Lions when they take on the Sparta Bulldogs. 3.8 seconds. Carterville fouls again. This is a teaching moment for Shane Hawkins. Teaching how to play defense.
You could hear him yelling at his son, do not foul. And when the ball was thrown in, Connor fouled. And Dad's not real happy. Well, Dad's not real happy, period. But he's.
And he gets that teaching moment in the car ride home.
That's right.
2-1, Justin Johnson for 3. No good. That's the final. 42-33 is the final as Olney's able to put this one away here at the Dester Thomas. Your Wild Hog postgame show is coming up next. You're listening to News Radio WJPF. Welcome back to Pinckneyville. My name is Dave McKenzie. My partner Scott Hudson right next to me as the Carterville Lions get beat 42-33 to finish play here in the Dester Thomas Hoops Classic with a 1-3 mark. And Carterville had their chances in this game as well, but they just weren't able to capitalize. And it's the Olney Tigers that finish up 2-2.
Well, the fourth quarter is kind of a microcosm of the Lions season. Turnovers. They didn't have a lot of shots in that third or fourth quarter. They actually shot 8 of 15. They shot better than 50% in the second half, but they only took 15 shots because they turned the ball over 9 times, most of those coming in the fourth quarter. So it's just another frustrating ending to a game that could have been a win. What do you do? I mean, you go back to the drawing board, you keep shooting, and hope some things click, hope some things work. But 1-3 is not what Coach Hawkins wanted when this tournament started.
It is not. We were really hoping, when we, after the loss this morning, Carterville would be able to bounce back against this Tiger team. But you got to give the Tigers credit. They put together, took advantage of turnovers when it presented, put points on the board off those turnovers, and that's the other side does. Carterville Lions on the free throws. I don't know. Let's see. We just got their stats for the contest. Free throw line, Carterville, 6 of 16 from the line.
That's not good enough.
37%. And if you go 14 of 16, you win the ball game.
Yeah.
You know, it is the little things that can cost you a ball game. And so Carterville now, they see their record go to, where's my cheat sheet? They see the record go to 2-13 on the season.
Well, Olney only had 7 turnovers in the game. Very disciplined. Again, a team that isn't going to wow you. There's not a wow factor with Olney, but they can all handle the ball. They've got a couple of decent shooters, but they just don't give you extra opportunities on offense. And Carterville gave them 18 extra opportunities to score, and that's one of the differences in the ball game, being able to take care of the basketball. Carterville started the fourth quarter tied, had the ball to start the fourth quarter, in 3 straight possessions. They turned the ball over. Those 3 possessions, Olney went down and scored, and that, for all intent and purposes, was the game.
Points off the turnovers in the ball game. Olney had 14. Carterville had 8. This is your Wild Hog postgame show. The Wild Hog in Carterville take the Wolf Creek overpass. You'll head to Commercial Drive, turn west. You'll run right into the Wild Hog. Bob and the gang there will take care of you. If you are a Carterville Lions fan, it's your Carterville Lions post-game headquarters. Wear your Carterville gear there. You'll get 10% off your bill, and every single day they have drink specials and food specials that you can enjoy. Scott and I enjoy it when we go over there. It is the Wild Hog. That is Wild with a Y. Stop by and see them. The Wild Hog in Carterville. Coming up, we're going to choose our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game, and hopefully we're going to have a chance to talk to head coach Shane Hawkins. It was 42-33. The Olney Tigers, they knock off the Carterville Lions. You're listening to News Radio WJPF. It's back for our Wild Hog postgame show. Dave McKenzie with Scott Hudson, where we need to select Scott, our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. The last game we gave it to one of the Jerseyville players. This time I think we come back to Carterville, and I think it was the big guy that redeemed himself in this contest for the Lions.
Yeah, he did, especially in the first half. Second half, they had a little bit of trouble getting him the ball down low. But, Luke, this was the type of game where Luke could dominate on the inside. 6'3" was the tallest player that Olney started. They never really brought anybody off the bench any taller than that. So Luke pretty much had his way in this game. Wasn't enough. He didn't have enough help on the outside. But, yeah, Luke Ford, I think, he also chipped in 7 rebounds to lead the Lions. So I think you got to go with Mr. Ford as star of the game.
Luke Ford had 16 points in the game, 10 of those 16 in the first half. Luke Ford, though, is our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe, owned by Lindsay and Joe McCann of Carterville, where they have over 20 years of experience with residential lawn care, landscape maintenance, tree trimming, snow removal. They also take care of property maintenance, bush hogging. They do some tree trimming and removal, equipment repair. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Call 534-8148. 534-8148. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, call Joe. Luke Ford is our Joe's Lawn Care and Snow Removal star of the game. We're going to go on and take another break. Hopefully when we come back, Coach Shane Hawkins will join us here. It was 42-33, Olney Tigers with the win in Carterville's final game at the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic. We'll be back. You're listening to Lions Basketball on News Radio WJPF. (42-33) was the final score here on a Saturday night. It is the Duster Thomas Hoops Classic, and the Olney Tigers, they knock off the Carterville Lions 42-33. Carterville finishes the tournament with a mark of 1-3. Scott Hudson, I was hoping for a better record in the tournament, but just some inconsistencies by the Lions, and they wind up 1-3. They see their season mark fall to 2-13 on the year, and they're going to host the Sparta Bulldogs next Friday night. 7:45 is the tip-off. We'll have our pregame show starting at 7:30 here on News Radio WJPF as Coach Shane Hawkins starts to make his way to our broadcast locations. We haven't really talked to Coach a whole lot on air this week, and it's been a long weekend, but head coach Shane Hawkins is joining us here on our post-game show. Coach, 1-3 to finish up the Duster Thomas, and just hoping for better things. And we had opportunities all weekend long.
Every game.
Every game.
Coach Flanagan does an unbelievable job at Olney. That team's not very good. They're just not very good about it, and he knows that, and we talked about it. They're not very good. And we have it at 34-30 with about 3:25 left in the game. And we turn it over 3 straight possessions and don't even give ourselves a chance to score. Don't get a shot, or don't give a chance to maybe get fouled. We throw it out of bounds. We throw passes directly to the defense. Don't even give ourselves a chance. We go 1 of 9 from the arc and 6 of 16 from the free throw line.
If you just make 8 of the next 8, you're in the game. You're tied.
Yeah,
and it's
the same thing. It's every game that's been the same way. We can't make a shot. Defense has gotten better. I thought we were really poor defensively early. We've gotten better. When you hold teams to 42 points,
that's something.
I don't know what we did. I don't remember what the score was today. 50. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was. I got it right here. It was 65-34 against Jerseyville.
Yeah, and they got. I forgot even who we played. But yesterday afternoon we hold Westland, who's playing for the championship. No, they got beat.
Yep, 44
to 44.
Yep.
We don't give ourselves a chance.
And it's every single aspect of the game. Carterville has had flashes of being very good at. They just cannot put the entire package together. Good shooting percentage, limit the turnovers, hit your free throws, crash the boards. It seems very simple, but it's very difficult.
It's difficult for this team. There's no question. Yeah, I mean, we had 17 turnovers and they didn't press.
Yeah, at all.
No. And most of the time they didn't even pick us up at the half line. They picked us up at the top of the key.
Yep, you're right.
And we turned it over 17 times. And some of the passes we make, we don't even look. It's just we catch it and wing it and hope that it hits one of our guys in the hands.
And somebody sees it.
I mean, we threw one late in the middle of those 3 turnovers in a row. That was a 4-point game. We threw a pass to the post that landed off the padding behind the basket. I mean, it hit the padding on the right wing.
Yep. Coach, next Friday night, the Sparta Bulldogs come to Carterville. It's the only home game for Carterville at home in January. Then the following week, we're right back here. I'm cheering you up. I'm trying to cheer you up.
Well, where's that good news at?
And then right after that is the midwinter at West Frankfort. This is not going to get any easier.
The good thing about the midwinter, I mean, it's a really easy tournament for us. You know, with Marion and Heron and Caro, that'll be an easy week for us. but it's the same thing. We put ourselves in position most nights to have a chance, and then the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, or whatever 4 or 5 minute spurt we have, we don't give ourselves a chance. We cost ourselves.
42-33, the final here. It's the final game of the Dester Thomas for the Carterville Lions, and next Friday night they've got the Sparta Bulldogs coming to Carterville, 7:45. Coach, have a good week of practice. Welcome to 2018, and maybe that's the turning point for the Lions. That's how we'll look at it.
That's what we'll look at it from now, no doubt. So happy New Year to you guys and to all our fans, and we'll launch it back up next Friday.
Shane Hawkins joining us on our postgame show. Here, the Wild Hog postgame show brought to you by the Wild Hog in Carterville. Take the Wolf Creek overpass to Commercial Drive. Turn west, you'll run right into the Wild Hog. Enjoy some drink and food special. Show them your Carterville Lions gear. I've got my Illinois gear on right now, but there you go. Show them that. They're going to give you 10% off of your bill. Scott Hudson, let's wrap up this Dester Thomas tournament.
Well, disappointing. 1-3 record for Carterville. I really thought after the Trico win last night, Carterville had a good shot at going 3-1 in this tournament, but Jerseyville just too much. Jerseyville's a good team. They got upset by DuQuoin on the first day, and then you play an Olney team that I really thought Carterville matched up well against. Had the game tied going into the fourth quarter. Had the ball, 3 straight turnovers, and it was like a snowball going downhill. It just wasn't going to work out. So 1-3. Carterville's got to get back to the drawing board, get back to practice, work on some things, and get ready for a Sparta team next Friday night who's going to come into Carterville, and they're going to think, you know what? Carterville's only got 2 wins. We may not have very many wins either, but this is a game that we might be able to steal on the road. So Carterville can't take Sparta lightly next Friday night.
7:45 is the scheduled tip. 7:30 will be our pregame show from Carterville High School. And like we said, the only home game for the Lions in January. We're done at the Dester Thomas Hoops Classic. We appreciate you listening all weekend long. 4 games, less than 24 hours. Carterville finishes with a 1-3 mark in this tournament. For our producer-engineer, Brian Arpal, who's had a very long day, we appreciate your work and your patience there, Brian. Thank you. For my partner, Scott Hudson, I'm Dave McKenzie. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Carterville High School. Happy New Year, everybody, from NewsRadio WJPF. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you. We will.